Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're up here at our mill site on the Lone Pine. I'm going to show you some of the sampling and testing we've been doing. You can see over here in the distance there's our big army tent. We've got that set up as a temporary pilot mill. You see in the skies today some of the follies of man. Out here seeding the air, trying to create clouds, putting all types of nanoparticulates into the air, chemicals, no doubt if we were to use in our mining process would create a lot of environmental concerns, but oddly enough, everybody seems to support the idea of spraying this stuff in the air and letting it spread all over our forests. Anyway, back to what we're working on today. Let's go on up here to the mill site. I guess before we go, we can take a look here. You can see we've got some logs decked. We do our own lumber milling here for everything that we do in our mines and for all of our structures. So I've got some raw material here getting ready to be processed. And over here we can see we have a small portable conveyor, and behind it is a completely self-contained trommel unit. This is part of the equipment we use when we're testing out placer sites. Got a couple projects scheduled for this summer where we'll be utilizing that equipment. And back around here you can see up behind our tent some of our equipment parked next to the old mill building. Have our skid steer we use for loading out a lot of different products, and then we have our little dozer which we use for making grade for reclamation and opening up paths to get our excavator in, which, you know, obviously that's sitting right behind our dozer. And up on the hill in the background there, you can see our crushing unit. We've got a 3 to 4 ton per hour jaw crusher, 12-inch jaw crusher, and the conveyor's feeding out to a hopper that has a metered distribution out on its conveyor. That goes straight into our ball mill, which crushes us down to a size that we can run on our shaker table. Our shaker table and our sand screen's kind of hidden behind the trees there. Now over here you can see where we've got a couple of small crushers. There's a chain crusher and a hammer mill right there. This is part of our pilot mill. We can get some crushing available there so we can test our ore to see if we want to develop a vein structure or move on to another site and do some testing. Back here you can see with the gray cover over the top, that is our ore dryer. It's a very simple half barrel construction that we can build a fire under. Heats that ore up and gets all the moisture out of it. We get it to about a 95% humidity reduction, and then it's much easier to process through our chain mill and get a finer crush.